Progress is a nice word, but change is its motivator, and change has its enemies. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what do we got going on today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, it looks like we're continuing to have some indecision. It seems like we got people really leaning to both sides of the spectrum here. Some people are thinking that any moment now we could be continuing to shoot back up, back towards those all-time highs. And some of us are starting to think that everything that's been going on and all of this bad news and the possible manipulation in the market, that we're about to be dropping off and potentially going down lower and seeing those, 2-year bear markets like we had seen after Mt. Gox. Whether or not either one of these are true, I don't know. At this point, it is shaking Magic 8 Ball to try to figure out some sort of an answer. But I can tell you right now at this moment, though, the markets are a little indifferent. We got BTC coming in at $6,555, and that's up 1.2%. So not too bad. If you got some bills, maybe you might want to try to pay them right now before the price could dip. All right, we got Ethereum on the other side of $500. Boom, big plus right there, coming in at 501. That's up 2% right now. We got Ripple hanging out at 53.5 cents. That's down 0.44%. So we got Bitcoin Cash hanging out at $855. That's up 0.5%. So that's kind of nice for them. Are they going to get back up to $1,000? I don't know. I wish I did. I'd be investing if I knew. So we got EOS. Sideways movement at the moment, coming in at $10.68. We got news on that. We'll talk about it in a moment. But, it's kind of hard to get some movement on that because, everything is still locked up and none of the exchanges have allowed you to actually get your tokens in or out. So until the mainnet stabilizes on this, I don't think we'll see much action on the price. We got Litecoin coming in at 57 cents, or not 57 cents, I wish. $97. That's up 0.87%. Is it a good buy under $100? I mean, it could be. I mean, what was Litecoin's high? 400. Woo. So we got Stellar Lumas coming in at 23.3 cents. That's down 0.33%. And we got Cardano coming in at 16.93 cents, and that's down 0.01%. So that's some sideways movement there. So guess what today is? It's Saturday, and we got Samantha hanging out here in the chat with us. Say good morning, or actually evening.
Yeah, evening.
I know it's so weird getting used to doing it on the evening. I even switched off the coffee. I'm having a nice alcoholic beverage with you guys this evening.
Hi, everybody.
Samantha's also having an alcoholic beverage.
I am.
That, hence the red beer.
Yes, I like the girly drinks.
So do we got anybody hanging out in the chat with us today, Samantha?
We have JT.
Or am I kind of ranting by myself again on the internet, as I tend to do?
We have JT Irby. He says, hi, Eugene, slugging a brewski.
Nice. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like I've been actually getting a lot of emails lately, and I'm used to getting the kind of emails where people are like, my hardware wallet's broken. What do I do? Do I have to buy another hardware wallet?
Can I recover my,
and it's like I point them in directions, or they're saying that they're new and they're looking for an exchange, or they, want to split their coins or something. And it seems like now I'm getting more of the emails from people that are talking about, where do I think Bitcoin's going? What do I think the next Bitcoin is? Asking me to try to help determine the market, because there's a lot of indifference in what's actually going to be happening in the market. And it's like, I'm not really here for that. I find Bitcoin to be a tool, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to utilize it for my life. And I'm sitting here trying to tell you guys that it's a tool that you guys should also be figuring out how to utilize for your life. So please chill on asking me what to do and invest into. There are tons of YouTubers out there that are helping with that stuff if you're into that, but I'm not looking to get sued. And if I was a rich man, I mean, I'd find some better things to do, maybe. I don't know. I really do enjoy this, don't I, Samantha?
Yes. Yes, that's all he talks about. Either his show or just crypto, and that is pretty much it.
So I seen Richard Hart was on earlier, being sour on crypto again. I mean, he was so enthusiastic in the beginning. He was definitely a good motivator. It's so sad to see him switch over. I guess I feel that way because I kind of, liked his gothic appeal, considering that was the age that I grew up, graduating in the class of 2000 and all.
Oh, I liked when he did the shows in the hammock, the Bohemian hammock. That was amazing. It was all like, oh yeah, you are a rich douchebag. It was awesome.
So, anything going on in the chat, or are we still pretty empty?
No, JT says hi to me. So, hi. Yeah, and he said he lost too much money. He did. That is why he is sour.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's always, I mean, I don't know. It's different for different people, and I guess that's why it's hard. I've never been a millionaire, so I don't know what it's like to lose all that kind of money. I've always been down on my luck and finances most of my life. So hey, to me, if Bitcoin washes up and it all went to zero, no difference. Same old, same old. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to invest in the stock market. It's never done anything for me, as you guys have known, or like the banks or anything like that. They've never been on my side. I mean, the most I ever did was, I kind of followed along and listened to everybody, and went to a community college because I didn't have the opportunity when I was younger due to the fact of having a child at an early age with Samantha here. But when I did have the opportunity, I went to school, and it really didn't give me the opportunity to better my life. Like, they kind of exaggerated it too, but I ended up so far in debt with the student loans. And I know I could look into start getting some kind of forgiveness and all of these things now that so much time has passed. But at this point, I kind of just am glad they don't garnish my paycheck and leave my credit at screwed.
Yeah, I had to pay back my student loan, and I only went for like a half a year. I was not a good student. I worked at a convenience store as well, so it didn't work very well. I didn't do any homework.
It is hard. It is hard to work and also do the student lifestyle, especially when a lot of it doesn't really seem to pertain to the curricular of what you really want to be going for in the end. But I guess we could have done some sort of vocational, is what people had said, to actually go into the careers. But I don't know. Who really wants to work, right? I mean, people are always saying, what do you want to do for a living? I want to sit on a beach all day and drink margaritas and fish in the evening. Well, what do you mean, what do I want to do?
Not what I'm doing, but hey.
So are we going to be crypto-less today on our conversational topics? So EOS stalled up. I mean, what was it? I had seen that there was some bugs. They stalled up for a little bit. They were able to throw a quick fix patch on that, but this is to be expected. I mean, we've seen all kinds of trouble too with Ethereum when it first came out the gate. I guess people are thinking that because of the $4 billion they had raised, it was going to guarantee some sort of better code. I don't know where you would get these sort of misconceptions. I don't know. People assume a lot, and you know what they say about assumptions, right?
JT says writing is on the wall. So much adoption and good news. Got to stick with the vision. Keep our intestinal fortitude and keep the eye on the prize.
Yeah, I mean, it is like a matter, like I've heard Thomas, he's been on quite a bit, doing his Skype shows, and I've been trying to tune in, and I love the fact that he gave me a shout out, and I've been wanting to call in, but I keep I don't know, I'm out busy working, and me, I'm a little shy, so I don't know if I necessarily want to put myself out there on a show like that. I don't know if it's going to go so good or whatever. I never feel like I'm good enough to talk to them, but at the same time, like, he's out there saying that, to just do portions, 50-70%, always stay a little in one, never jump all the way in, never jump all the way out. And I mean, that's true now. If you're one of those people that's thinking, that this stuff with Tether, like he's saying, or, that, how BitConnects and the scams and the SEC and the, is it a security? Okay, well, Ethereum's not, but maybe Ripple is, and the other ones, because they haven't determined anything really yet. I mean, if you're really worried that it's going to go down, then you jump out, right? But you don't jump all the way out. You leave a little in, because, I mean, even when the price of Bitcoin went from 1,000 to 20,000, so that's a 20 times return. So if you left, I mean, I don't know what most people's finances is, but 20 times return on whatever little bit you could leave in, I mean, you're doing a hell of a lot better than if you left nothing in.
Yes, zero is always zero.
Right. I mean, and that's always, that's the hard part is to, you can't time the tops, you can't time the bottoms, this is a wagering, gambling sort of situation. People say, I don't, it's a tool. It's a tool that I know that 2020 and after is going to be worth a hell of a lot more than I can now. And I've been in the situation where, you have so much invested where you're like, I got to take some of this, it's too much to just say, oh, I'm going to retire on this, so I can't take a little when, you can really use it. At the time I was renting still, so I went ahead and I'm purchasing this home. And it's like, those are the times when you take. And luckily for me, it was close to the top when I took. Luckily, I've had great luck with crypto when it comes to this. I mean, you guys have blessed me greatly with this channel. I mean, I was blessed when I got into Genesis mining, which everyone called a scam. You know, it just seemed like everything has worked out in my benefit. And of course, I'm still in crypto. I'm not pulled out in any way besides that I'm paying my bills when I have to pay my bills. All right, do we got anything going on in the chat?
JT said he took out half his Bitcoin off the table at 17K. And then Vention Mingtao is here. So he said,
Hey,
last time I sold in a crash, the recovery started the next day. I sold half my BTC for 900 and 1100. I've been kicking myself for the year now. Yeah.
I mean,
JT said, ouch. Yeah, that is,
whenever it comes to crypto, it's always something. Everybody
it's so hard
has
to look
these stories.
back.
I mean, all right, like I can tell you guys way back in the beginning when I first got into this, I thought I was the smartest person alive. I was buying crypto on Coinbase, and then I was selling it on eBay for 2 to 3 times the amount, and it was selling like hotcakes. And I'm like, wait, well, how come no one else has thought of this? Buyer, you know, the buyer protection.
Remorse. Yep.
Well, I mean, so for 30 days, I dumped about $2,000 into this, and this was back when Ethereum was $7. So, you know, at the peak of the market, I would have had $250,000, and I literally gave it away to people on eBay, and then ended up having to pay
them back.
Yes. So,
and they still had it. It was awesome. Best feeling ever.
And I mean, that's one of the reasons I got out here and started making this channel is that it's little something simple like that, just because I have never had credit cards, because banks have never been with me. I didn't know you could call up and do that. I thought once you paid something, you paid something. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then we were
Ignorance is
naive and
bliss,
thought that
right?
all the other stuff, oh no, they'll protect us. We sent them stuff. They got stuff. Nope.
Yeah, and then I mean, I tried to argue with PayPal, of course, and all of these other things. And then I tried to take care of the situation by, even though they were all across the world, mailing them certified letters and all these other things so that I could introduce a tracking number to the situation. I mean, I didn't want to lose the money. I don't make a ton of money. And at that time, I made even less. So $2,000 was like, whoa, quite a bit.
It was. Benjamin said, yeah, at least he used it to pay off his house. He loves not having a mortgage.
It is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is
I'm on my way working towards all of that kind of stuff. I can see the advantages. I'm glad that I've never been one of those people where, you know, some people think that they need the $500,000 home. You know, some people need the $120,000 home. $20,000 fixer-upper is A-okay with me. If I don't have to pay rent or anything like that every single month, and I can actually put it into something that I own, and I got a bunch of land like I do here, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and I get to raise all my birds like I'm doing.
Yes.
Woo! You couldn't actually, I mean, that's worth so much more than dollar bills to me.
Yeah, we've always lived in the city with very, very intrusive neighbors.
I didn't as a child. As a child, I grew up on a dairy farm in upstate New York. So, you know, this is getting more back to my home kind of roots and less of what had happened to me when I was 18 and moved all the way to Florida. And, you know, ran into Samantha down here pretty much. I've been hanging out with her ever since.
Yeah, I was raised in the military, so I lived on Air Force bases. But yeah, I mean, you still had neighbors. There was lots of people. Yep, and Vention said, without a mortgage, my surplus income really jumped. Now I buy 1,000 USD in Bitcoin every paycheck, 2,000 every month. Yep, I know.
I mean, because that's what ended up happening to us. You know, you get older and you realize these things. But once, you know, me and Samantha broke 30, it started being like, you know, because we've been together since we were 19. It was like in the last 11 years, we've lived in, you know, half a dozen places. If we had paid any of that money down on anything, I mean, we just gave it away, because here we are, because we found ourselves in a situation where we were having trouble finding the next place to live. And it was like all of this time we had just given away all of this money, and we worked so hard at these minimum wage jobs pretty much to get the money to give it away. It just all started seeming so asinine. I mean, that's why, you know, when I started getting into cryptocurrency, I started taking such a hard look at what money was, and it actually helped open up my eyes. And that was part of the benefit of cryptocurrency. And I try to explain to people is that when you get into cryptocurrency, it lets you step out of the dollar bill and look at it from the outside. And from the outside, you're capable of seeing so much more out of it than when you're in it. Because in it, you're just trying to get it and spend it and figure out how you get so much of it that you're never going to get that much money. You're never going to get enough to have all the insurance you need and all the vehicles and go on the fancy vacation and, you know, take care of the extended family in the way you need to. I mean, the list of $20 items your house needs, probably just like my house, is never ending. I hate going to Walmart. I can tell you that for sure.
That's
you can't
how
go up and down the aisles
and
without, oh yeah, we needed that. And you said last week we needed.
Everybody goes in for one thing and comes out with a cart full. Let's see. JT and Benton, I'm a little spread out in all the alts and want to consolidate, but can't do it right now. Not selling for a loss. And Benton, yeah, a lot of people have started saving for the first time in their lives once they started buying crypto. I mean, it really does. It does. At first, I thought he was ridiculous. I mean, we watched so much stuff, and he talked about it all the time, and I understood what it was, but it was just like, it's make-believe money. Like, this isn't, like, it's not, you can't really spend it. And then, like...
The shift card really
opened
our eyes up to that one.
I mean... when we started paying bills with it and when like all of the stuff with the PayPal happened and all of the different stuff, it really was all like, oh my God, you can use this to buy things and to get things that you want. And so that means it is money. Peter is here and he says hello and he says crypto and beer.
Hey, buddy. I know you might have to go grab me another one here if you don't mind, Samantha. Please and thank you.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, you know, you guys have known me for a while. I think I got 400 videos, right? I've been doing this for, a little over a year now. I tell you guys pretty much just about everything. And I just want to help document, you know, I've never deleted any videos. I just want to help document, you know, my trip through cryptocurrency while trying to help promote this free help desk I got. Because I really do think that's one of the best tools I have out there. You know, it's really easy to get caught up in scams or just have those simple questions. And, you know, you can go and watch all these YouTube videos and read all this stuff, but there's nothing like having an interactive, you know, communication with somebody via email or, I mean, if you wanted more, I haven't had very many, but I can do video chat and, you know, all those other kinds of things to help make the communication better. I've had some text messaging with people because we've grown closer, you know, through the communications we've had via the email. But, you know, the main point is that I've been here for 2 years. And if you've been here a little less than that, or if you're just looking for somebody that you think might be just as smart as you, I'm hoping, you know, you bounce some ideals off me and maybe I can bounce some ideals off you. I love opening up new lines of communications. You know, the connections are always very important out here in the cryptocurrency space. You know, I'm not a programmer. I don't have big ICO projects or anything else going on like that. But, you know, I am trying to make a buck. I try to tell you guys about things if I can come up with something. That's why I always have all those links down below. I used to sign up for ERC20 tokens. I'd come up with a few of them that ended up paying out quite nicely. And it was like, yes. Not so much anymore. Now it's more of a hassle. You know, I've told you guys that stuff. I mean, I've been trying to do some of this social mining with my Lit account. I mean,
oh yeah, I have like, I don't even have
the
one.
price keeps bouncing all around with that stuff. When it was over $1, it was nice because I think I was hanging out around 10 or 12 of them and I wasn't really doing anything special to get them. But now I think it's down to like 35 cents or something. But hey, you never know. Little stuff here and there. I never thought much of Steam it. You know, and then I just throw my posts out there and sometimes I get 7 cents, sometimes I get 30 cents. But I mean, hey, they're in the hype. I mean, you guys, I was posting, I told you guys all about it. I had the big payouts. Full-Time Geek came through and he was supporting me there for a while. You know, it really does suck a bit that it feels like the platform's kind of dying and been overrun by bots. It was feeling good for a moment. It did seem like a good place for content creators to be able to get out there, produce their content, post it, and get some, you know, sort of little rewards that was going up in value as the market was going up. But no, it looks like we're going to be looking for something new. Yes, I've heard. I know that's probably coming up in the comments that EOS is supposed to be having one. Looking forward to it. I love anything that pays for this video because I like to do it every day. And it's not that I want to get paid because, you know, like I'm paying my bills, as Samantha said. It's that I pay bills with some trading and other things I do and some of the profit from my investment. It's that I also do put this stuff away into the ledger that's hidden. The retirement ledger that we do not speak of.
Ben just said, yeah, that he had a shift card, and it was awesome until the IRS started raining on their parade. Peter said that you are doing an awesome job, and thank you.
Would you mind?
Yeah. Sure. I am gone, Benson, but now I am back.
Cheers to you guys if you got one. Salute. Chin chin.
He said, okay, she's gone. Most of the reason I'm in such good financial shape is because I never got married. Funny man. Fearless One said, what's up, bro? JT is going to be having wine tonight. Nice. And Fearless asked, what coins besides Bitcoin do you own?
At the moment, I have some on the sideline. I'm waiting to hop into EOS, and I know you guys are going to be commenting all down below, but I'm actually waiting to be able to move them out because I am going to buy them at the exchange, but as soon as I purchase them, like I keep telling you guys, I do not keep cryptocurrency at the exchange, so I would like to pump them out. I own Litecoin, of course. I do not own any Dash anymore, but I've been thinking about hopping back in on some of that because
you did have a lot for a while.
But I mean, you know me, I don't own tons of cryptocurrencies, especially I know that the big gainers, if that's what you're trying to make the big money, is under the 200s. I don't know anything under the top like 15 or 20 usually. I mean, the farthest down, I think, is I've been looking at some Dragon Chain coin.
Yeah.
But I started hearing some bad stuff that I didn't dig too much deeper into it, so I never actually picked any up.
I know, we were thinking Disney couldn't fail, but then you never know.
I know that a lot of people the cryptocurrency space is so large that everybody is in for it for different reasons. And I'm in it for Bitcoin. I've been in it. Like when I got into this, you know, the altcoins were always so much secondary. It's only seemed like in the last year that the altcoins have become so much more since Ethereum popped and then, Dash popped and Monero popped. It seemed like everyone else was wanting to, see what's the next one that's going to pop to make a whole bunch of money in these Litecoins. And it takes too much energy and effort with still being able to have to go out and work and wanting to have the fun of producing this video to be digging into cryptocurrency so deep to find what the next pop is to throw my money into it and pull it out at the same time while being safe.
It's so stressful. I
find that using Bitcoin as a tool works a lot better for me while I'm able to actually, I can stop focusing on this and go off and try to sell the man the mower that I just bought at $900 for $1,400 when all I really did was change the oil and hit it with some spray paint. It's stuff like that where it's if I'm sitting there on the computer trying to figure out what's next, I'm not able to take those phone calls and take those messages and then go load it up on the trailer and run it over to wherever the hell this dude is, to show him and cut a little piece of his grass so that he can buy it. And I made $500. Bam, now I don't have to go to work for the week at a 9 to 5. That was a ramble. I'm sorry, you guys. That just sounded like I was really fast.
Hopefully everybody could understand your ramble.
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
So, I mean, are they getting I can't tell the camera angle. Are they getting a view of the sunset a little bit over here? It's not so good. We don't live over
near the trees. I know we don't live near the beach.
Yeah, we used to have a nice sunrise when we lived over near the Merritt Island area. It was beautiful. We used to get up and we used to go jog on the beach when the sun came up. Over here, the sunset isn't quite so nice, but I mean, we do have our other perks. If you haven't heard, I have a bunch of quails over there that haven't shut up since we've started this video. That's a male. Right there. Yeah. We're out on the front porch because it was raining
earlier when we were setting up.
I was actually really hoping to get a big bonfire going out there, and I have wood chairs, and I was hoping to set it up all nice, and you guys had to do this Q&A by the fire with some beers, but it didn't work. So now we're doing a chilling on the porch. We're out on the stoop.
yeah, sorry, but I mean,
we just got a little ghetto out on the stoop.
Yeah, hopefully next time we'll be able to. They can see a portion of my bird wind chime, so woohoo. Yeah, we don't have anything decorated out here yet.
Yeah. Did we hear anything else good going on with cryptocurrency? Oh, there was the Italian exchange. They had a hack a little while back of the nano currency. They tried to blame it on the currency. Who knows what the real truth is? You never know. Right? The people at the exchange could have stuck it in their pocket for all they know. But the government, the Italian government, went in and seized the exchange. They own, like, I mean, they were saying it was close to like 170, like, you know, near that 200K that had gotten hacked. But they went in, they seized the exchange. So if you have any cryptocurrency there, I mean, that's an Italian exchange. So most of you guys are probably in the U.S.
No.
But I mean, that's another, you know, you can't keep your currency at the exchange. See, the problem is we haven't really seen a big U.S. exchange get hacked. You know, like we haven't seen.
Yeah, if
know,
one of, I mean,
yeah, like
really?
Coinbase, like a Coinbase hack.
Or Gemini, like
see
really?
What happens
like
to Bitcoin after something like that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, cryptocurrency is going to be crazy. It's going to be a hell of a ride.
You have never looked into the Pun DX, right? Fearless One is that. I know that we had looked into it slightly when it was part of the hack of the South Korean exchange, but we never actually looked into it.
I've looked slightly into and it continue. Like, I know you guys are always asking these questions about what's on the verge of the next frontier. Sometimes I'm just happy with Bitcoin and I'm not always looking for the next frontier. Hydra Hash, though, that's what I'm looking at next. I'm really wondering what this stuff is. It's the next, you know, there's all this controversy on whether or not EOS can do what it says. That's where I'm seeing the next set of controversy. Where there's controversy, there's hype. Where there's hype, there's money, right? Because news, bad news, controversy, you know, that stuff always gets attention. Once attention happens and the price starts pumping up because everyone's talking about it. Everyone's doing a YouTube video on it. But yeah, the Hydra Hash stuff,
yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't know what the ticker is, but yeah.
Like I started seeing some of it, and then I started watching some other YouTube videos. I don't know. Like I had told you guys before, I am your regular Joe Schmo. Like I can turn a wrench a lot better than I can sit there and read a white paper. I mean, sorry, that's the truth. But at the same time, I do know that I've been out here for 2 years, and I know how to send a transaction. I know how to use an exchange, and I know how to buy, and I know how to sell. I know how to use a hardware wallet. I know how to keep every single one of my cryptocurrencies, and I bought and all of the other cryptocurrencies to put on it to take off as tests for other people, because a lot of people ask me questions on stuff that I do not have, and I will go out and buy $20 of it to test it around and figure it out. Like what?
Yeah, or to put it in a wallet, like if they can't, because that one that they
yeah, was it IOTA?
Oh, I think it was
IOTA that
yeah.
Everybody was having some trouble with one of the wallets, and it's not one of the coins that I'm usually interested in, but I went out and bought $20. Was messing around with the wallet, and it turned out to be some sort of synchronization problem between the wallets and the different nodes that you had to just switch the nodes. So, I mean, not that I really know or remember what it was at the time, but I did go out of my way to find them an example. I don't mind throwing $20 at a coin and downloading a wallet and putting some effort into it, because this is the only way I'm going to learn more and understand this cryptocurrency market and better and grow. Because, hey, I mean, if you're having problems with something, maybe I jump into it. Maybe I love it. Maybe I think it's amazing. Maybe I invest all my money into it. You never know, right?
Fearless One asks, do you mind BTC?
I used to, but it didn't work out so well with I rented, as I had told you guys, and you have to run 220 power. There was only one circuit for that, which was for the dryer. So I kind of jerry-rigged one in, and it did, it worked for a while. And then I ended up having some power issues. So yeah, that miner, it was.
We still have most of it.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the top ones. I think I had paid $400 for it off eBay used. It was one of the lesser ones. It was one in the beginning when I first got into this, I got in through mining, and I mean, I tried everything under the sun. I resurrected old computers that I had.
Oh, the Frankenstein.
And was mining like crazy, like Bitcoin and Monero.
Oh, yes, and like Digibytes and like weird little things.
Right, and then, then I started investing a little bit of money, and I built a normal miner and mined Ethereum for a little bit, but I had bought, of course, I'm cheap, which don't always be cheap. I can tell you guys that. Sometimes being cheap has screwed me. But yeah, I bought a bunch of different mining cards, and they were all different, and it worked for a while, and then it didn't work out so great, and I could never figure out what my problem was. And even though I tried to write a bunch of people, they told me that my main problem was the fact that I had 4 different graphic cards that I was trying to mine with. So they told me to get the same graphic cards and get back to them. So I ended up just selling all I had. And it's easier, I found that it is easier to just go out and, do what you do to make money. And to just purchase it pretty much through any one of the Gemini or Coinbase or Abra or any of those things that people are using now. I know, unfortunately, I'm still horribly well. No, actually, I have the Gemini account. I don't buy that often. I'm not a daily buyer anymore. I've stopped that because I also don't earn money daily anymore like I used to. So when I do buy, I try to buy on the dips. I usually try to buy in larger chunks. And the last time I did use Gemini instead of Coinbase. So
yeah, I don't know. I like their setup. Pretty good visualness.
So
let's see. Oh, Benton says, fellow mechanic, well done. I'm a heavy diesel mechanic myself.
Nice.
He also said, I'm an old libertarian. The reason I went into crypto is because all the money printing the feds do and how they spend it on things I don't approve of. I'm taking my power back. Oh, Fearless asks, have you lost money day trading? Yes.
I mean, that is like, I don't even try it anymore, but when I did, it was back. I mean, let's like date this. They had a troll box on Poloniex back when I tried day trading.
Oh God!
At that time, I would like literally like have the money and be like, someone in the troll box would tell me a coin, and I'd be like, oh, really? Let me buy $100 of that just to. I don't know because I didn't know. Because I didn't know like they would go up and down so fast. And I remember the most craziest coins. Like I would look at Potcoin all the time, and I'm like, why is this shooting up 200%? What is happening? And then because 420 is coming up, what is happening here? I don't understand these crazy logics. Wait, someone tweeted something, so therefore this goes up, but they had nothing to do with the sound project or why it's better, or do they have a project, or it made no sense. Like it was a buy the rumor, sell the news, and the rumors were coming out so fast and in so many different locations. And I was never a Twitter person at that time. I really needed to jump on more social media. Samantha, on the other hand, here is anti-social media. She does not believe in Facebook or any of those things.
I have nothing.
So just, I mean, I had I'm so old, I had a MySpace. And then I got a Facebook. And then I got a Vine, which was the little videos. And then after that, I never really got social media. I was like, okay, this is just stupid. I got too much work to do. I can't play around on the internet.
Yep. Oh, Scott Gable's here. He said, would you venture take back the power? Yep. Peter says, buy on the dips. Fearless One says, LOL. Yeah, me too. When you were talking about buying on the Poloniex troll box. God, I love it. We are at 34 minutes, so we're actually past.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys enjoying it? Do you guys want me to keep hanging out for a little bit longer? If you do, I will. If you don't, I'll go ahead and I'll give my little close and wrap this up. I know you guys are a little behind me, so I'll give you a moment. I still got a little bit of a beer here. I'll be working through. I do appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with me tonight, though. It's kind of nice. It was nice to do in the evening. I don't know if this time actually works out better for you guys. You know, say something in the comment box. Let Samantha know. If not, if you're watching this at a later time, comment or come back and comment in the comments below. Let me know because, hey, we can continue to do it at this time or something. We just ended up this time because, you know, Samantha's still hard working away at punching that 9 to 5. She had to go off to work this morning, and she was like, I don't really want to do it the minute I get home. Let's relax. So that's why I went ahead and scheduled it for the evening, and I thought I'd do amazing things with a bonfire, but of course that fell through, even though it's not raining at the moment. So we're on the stoop. But next time, maybe, right?
Yeah.
If you want it, let me know. Let me know. All right.
Fearless says, yeah, stay.
Stay? All right. I'll stay. So, I mean, what else do we got going on in crypto? I mean, it's been a little slow. I mean, it's been fast and slow at the same time, which is a weird mixture because like we heard the SEC news, right? We heard the Tether news, and everyone's like, oh, this is bad. Okay, this is good. It levels it out here. And now we're kind of just waiting for the next big one. And I mean, they threw the Italian exchange on top of it, and we have the EOS stall up. But I don't know if they're really big enough news because like I tell you guys all the time with EOS, it seems like they're going to head out in the desert with this thing regardless. And either they're going to die or they're going to find the promised land. So I don't know. I mean, we're kind of waiting for the next big thing. And then the next thing is, right, everyone's talking about Bitcoin, what the price is actually valued at. Like, have we come back down enough from the pump up of what Tether did? Can we actually technically analyze from when they hopped in and pumped the price up, or are we still looking at an overvalued price? Well, I don't know. Samantha was asking me about this kind of stuff the other day. And what I was saying is that even if Tether did go ahead and pump the price up on some of these altcoins, I mean, with Bitcoin, I don't know. I think it might come back down towards the cost of production because, the influx situation. But that's a different topic. Let's talk about altcoins. A lot of these altcoins, a lot of people had bought in at different prices because they had dumped and bought back in and dumped and bought back in during the pumps through these values. And if a majority of these coin holders are holding at a higher value that was pumped, they're not going to ever go sell at this. So unless there's these long-term hodlers of some of these cryptocurrencies, these altcoin cryptocurrencies, from before the possible Tether pump, whatever the price is now is kind of close to bottom, or really should be, right? I mean, you bought in at this price. I mean, how many people held all the way through and didn't sell and buy back in some way? That's what I'm saying, is who didn't sell and buy back in. I think that's a small percentage.
We have Peter asking, what do you think about NEO and the Chinese coins?
I think they're good. I mean, I'm not upset, but I mean, NEO is one of those ones I wish I had jumped in on earlier. I had stayed away from because what was it, Burst?
I think it
was Burst and like Digibytes, where they were quick pump ups and they were supposed to have been those Asian coins. And then what? They had Ant Shares. And it was like,
there was something else too.
I don't know. Cryptocurrency, it seemed like I had just like, I had gotten into it. I had gotten the understanding. It seemed like I had like a firm grip on it. And I understood what Bitcoin was. And then it seemed like Ethereum started coming up. And it was like, okay, Ethereum. And then these ERC20 tokens came out of nowhere. And it was like, okay, I'm understanding this. I'm understanding. And then all these altcoins, boom, 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 like fireworks up out of nowhere. It was like the final show. And it was so much information to grasp at once. And then, I do as best I can to try to help you guys out. I had all these questions coming in from all these different vectors and cryptocurrency that it was like, I've spread myself super thin, but I mean, I understand it as fast as I possibly could in the sense of purchasing it, utilizing it, sending it out, getting it to do what it needs to do. If it has a privacy feature or a staking feature or, some sort of, I mean, some of these currencies have crazy features. So that's what I focused on. Not necessarily what is the next new technology, because there are so many people promising the next new technology that I don't know if I can keep up with all of that. It seems like that's a full-time job all in itself.
Yeah, especially when people ask about like stuff that we have never heard of, and it's like, oh,
I mean, but you see this a lot with a lot of
article.
YouTubers. You'll see a lot of YouTubers. I mean, it is easy to get out here and talk about things that you have taken the time to understand. Like, I could sit here and talk to you guys forever about Bitcoin or possibly Ethereum. And I mean, I've even expanded enough into Ripple to understand enough where I could talk to you guys, a decent amount of time on a lot of these topics. Because I understand it, because I took the time to understand it. So when you guys ask me these other things, it's like, I've heard of them. I don't want to say for sure. I think I can remember an article I read somewhere, but hey, did I take notes before the show? Because I never want to give you false information. That would hurt me to give you false information. All right, you guys. While I'm finishing up this second beer here, I appreciate you guys all coming out once again. I can't say that enough. As always, I got all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes listed down there below. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please keep coming back every single day. We do these, 10-minute. Well, they've gotten a little longer.
Yeah, they're more like 15.
They're 15 minutes now. I got a lot of opinion. There's a lot of news. Cryptocurrency markets grown so much since I've started this stuff. But I'll tell you what the hell's going on in like 15 minutes every single day, Monday through Friday. Saturday, we're going to have live Q&A. Maybe we'll make it an evening show. Let me know down below whether or not you want it to be. Come on over to Steam it, upvote my post, comment down below. I'll be giving you a full upvote if I can. It's it's how we work it over there. It's one of the best things you do for the show. As always, we got affiliation codes, links, all that good stuff down there below. Donational addresses if you got that extra crypto. But the most important thing is, remember to keep your BTC safe.